And something else that I've been tapped into, and those within my inner circle usually know that I talk a lot about, the mood and really feeling into, especially around the themes of like money and what we conceptualize money to be. Like for myself, there was a lot of stories that I was recognizing that were held within my body, within my memory scape, that I needed to recast and to put essentially in a new light so that they are essentially of service to me, more so than me finding myself in a constant state of, constriction and restriction and, these feelings of like how. That is a question that would come up a lot. How do I make this work? How do I make this happen? How do I? And I had to, like, as I have been diving into myself and into my own inner imaginal state, I really had to check myself. Like, I was like, why do you keep asking the question how? Because so long as I continue to ask that question, I am reinforcing and reaffirming the gap between that which is what I know that I'm meant to experience and where I think that I'm actually existing. And what came up out of that inner musing and that reshuffling of myself was this acknowledgement to ask myself the question, do I enjoy what I give? Because whatever I'm giving and whatever it is that I'm pouring out there into the world is naturally going to be returned back to me. And I really had to take stock and essentially do a spiritual audit, a thought audit, a feeling audit, to tap into myself to be like, well, how have I been investing? Or have I actually just been spending frivolously in pathways of my own self-concept that doesn't serve me, right? And that puts me essentially underfoot. I'm not sure if you guys ever seen that meme where it's like, shows like one image and it's like this child like crying, it has a boot on its head, and then they do like another image where it's zoomed out and it's actually him putting the boot on his head, but he's like laughing about it. That's how that has felt. And I've been able to see that the way in which we invest in our own self-concept, our own self-reality is the number one investment that we will always have, so long as that we are in this experience. So tune into yourself and ask yourself, do I enjoy what I give? Because guess what? It's going to be returned back to you every time.